A San Francisco for the have and a San Francisco for the have-nots. As mayor, I will make sure that we have a level of congruency between all neighborhoods. See, because you do have some folks on the other side of town, when I say, north of Broadway, that have the means and the ability to volunteer and donate things. And so we just need to develop those kinds of feedback loops so these individuals can come back and help folks. We have to spread the love.
That's right.
There's too much hate going on, and a lot of the hate is a symptom of economic oppression.
That's right.
That a lot of us face on a regular basis. Look, I work every day. And at the end of the day, I go coach football. I will tell you this, now that my time is running out. I'm a working class candidate looking for working class solutions that will involve all people. Friends, I will tell you this. You can expect more demonstration and less conversation out of a home's administration.
Hey Terry, how do I get this bit closer?
Okay,
Can you get this
so we've got
to
Mark.
zoom in more?
Anybody else?
Like this.
Do you need?
Yeah, her camera doesn't do all recording.
Matt, Howard, saw somebody beside
Me?
Shona, and Jack. Okay. And we'll start with
Did you
Mark.
put my name on there already?
Yeah.
Just pointed something out to me.
I was up the list.
Okay, we'll make sure you get.
I'm just getting up closer.
Okay, so Mark.
Hi, Mr. Holmes. Sir,
You see, there are two solutions to the city attorney's attempt to detain gang members who want to stay home as opposed to going to other parts of the town and shooting people. What are your two solutions?
well, two. One, are you referring to the gang in Jackson? I assume?
Well, I'm talking about, I just read Tinko Lote in the Mission, and I read the community's uprise, so I think that should be solution.
Yeah, and actually one of the solutions is simply this. We have got to develop ways that our youth can express themselves.
That's
Whether
right.
it's developing social clubs, a safe place that they can go, that we can have law enforcement there just to observe, but let them get out there and fraternize and socialize, okay?
Sure.
But then again, it doesn't even have to be someone who is a responsible adult or responsible community-based organization. One of the things that has been lacking in this city is that we really don't have parks. For example, if you look at what happened in the Bayview Hunters Point, they closed Milton Myers Gym, they closed Joseph Lee Gym, right in the midst of the summertime. Where are these kids going? Okay? And so there's no place for these kids to go. The same thing in the Mission. There's a few places. Now, I will say this about the Mission. We have a lot of CBOs in the Mission and that do a lot of great work. And one of the things that we have to do is look at providing funding for those CBOs to go ahead and do additional outreach, because they take these kids out on outings, and some of these kids don't have the ability to go, to go out on outings themselves with their families. Look, it's foolishness, it's bad business to give an organization $50 when they need $100. But that is the state of affairs right now. That's my time now.
Okay, Denise.
Yeah, I'd like to compliment you on your comprehensive answers to our questions.
Thank you, Denise.
And I'm glad to hear, of course, that you're interested in the environment, so I would like to urge you to please print on both sides to save us.
Okay,
I just read a story recently that we're losing trees because of global warming.
Yes.
We need 10 trees, each individual, in order to breathe in this world. And we are using in the United States, especially the word September, 15 million sheets of paper every 5 minutes. So
Denise, I appreciate that, and I actually had requested that I have when I went to the copy machine place, but the lady said the one that actually printed on both sides was broken, and so she had to go to an older machine that didn't print on both sides. And so I appreciate that, though. You're absolutely right.
Maxine?
I appreciate you being here so much and taking the time to answer extensively all the questions, and appreciate that. You mentioned in question number 10, Mistress Maxine, so I assume that's me. And I appreciate that you understand what decriminalization is, and that's a separate issue from drug addiction and treating people who are drug addicted. My big concern is about the mayor's task force that is going into the Asian massage parlors under the guise of rescuing people, and what they're really doing is intimidating the workers and shutting down those workplaces.
And why the
forcing that
Asians?
workforce, into the underground. And it's just making it really difficult for those people to feel empowered to come forward and advocate for their own rights, to negotiate for their wages and their work conditions at the city level because of that institutionalized ordinance. Okay.
And can I just say that, you know, and that is a prime example where we have to put on our kitty gloves. Because what we don't want to do is to intimidate folks to make them go on the ground further than what they are. And quite frankly, I think that when it's another classic example of really not being informed of the situation. Look, folks, I'm not going to begin to sit here to tell you that I know everything, because I don't, okay? And I don't want to know everything. The harm is in not knowing, but the harm is in not asking.
Exactly.
Okay? And so, as your next mayor, I plan to ask everybody. You may get tired of me asking.
Right.
Okay, and I'm going to be a full-time mayor, just like I'm a full-time dad of 5 kids, and I work with all the kids that I, work with through Pop Warner football, the basketball, whatever the case may be. I'm going to ask, okay, because collectively, with all our brains working together, then we become a unified front. Then we can look at establishing the level of success.
Howard.
And power.
Hi, my name. I appreciate you coming today and spending your time with us. But I would like to know, I'm a healthcare person. I work at our people's home as a home care person. And I can't afford living here. Most of the people who are doing this kind of job cannot afford the wages we get. Are you willing to increase our wages and looking at benefits where we can get better wages?
Absolutely. I think everyone should be able to have an affordable wage. How we do that, the jury's still out, but I do have some ideas about a luxury tax and some other things I think that we can impose to help individuals who are below that income subsistence level. And so, yes, I think it needs, because your job is extremely important. As a person who has some dealings with the foster care system and working with seniors, I can tell you, it's very important. People depend on you and others like you to get out here to make a difference in the lives of those folks who cannot make a difference for themselves. And so absolutely, absolutely, it's a definite must. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to be more mature, and we're not going to be able to sustain ourselves at some point in time. And we hope that either our children or somebody, a home care aide, will be able to come in and stay with us until there's no need for them to continue on.
Shona.
Okay, can you put that?
I'm the chair of the Cannabis Caucus currently, and I wanted to ask you a few questions that are pertinent to my community. The first is we're having a patients' rights package coming out shortly from Supervisor Mercarimi. One of the things is including a compassionate care policy statement, which ensures that each collective will have a program for low-income patients. And this is only a policy statement because many of the people that probably need adult use permits have come up against me when I've suggested that the sickest of the sick often cannot pay prohibition prices, because when we become disabled, we lose our ability to make a gainful income. And this is not, some flowery hippie thing. This is people, medicine, human rights. And so my first question is, would you be willing to implement and further that policy statement?
Well, again, I don't know the policy statement in its entirety, but I will tell you this. I think anything that is germane to someone's health and their sustainability as it relates to their health and declining health, absolutely. We have to be in a situation where we understand that not everyone has the means, all right? Now, I have 5 children. Now, my wife and I are doing okay now, but there were times we weren't doing okay.